Go.
Hi, my name is India Roberts Smiley, and I am a Senior Communications Advisor at Australian Red Cross, coming to you from Sydney, Australia. Part of my role is to ensure that our current members and volunteers are inspired, engaged, and really informed to do their roles well. Part of my role, and something I've been focusing on a lot this year with various teams throughout Australian Red Cross, is how do we get younger, more culturally diverse, and just all around incredible people to join our volunteering movement. And that's something that I'm hoping to tackle today. The challenge I'm trying to address through this idea is that Australian Red Cross, as well as all other national societies, including the IFRC and ICRC, are doing incredible work around the world, responding to natural disasters, global conflicts, but also pioneering new technologies and ways of working that I feel are really changing the landscape in terms of global humanitarian action. Here in Australia, Australian Red Cross is not particularly at the forefront of young people's minds when they think about global humanitarian action at a global scale, but also here in our own backyard in Australia. And that's something I'm hoping to change. Another challenge I see is that there are some incredible formal initiatives and ways for young people to get involved in our Red Cross, Red Crescent movement, like the IFRC Youth Commission, and here in Australia, the National Youth Advisory Committee. However, I see there's a gap and really big opportunity between these more formal offerings and young people who just want to be informed, engaged, and inspired about what's happening around the world. And they want to look to Red Cross to do that. My idea is a new engagement model where young people can sign up for first-hand information, access to speakers and interviews with people who are actually on the front line, and trusted knowledge about domestic and international humanitarian issues and problems that are arising. This new engagement model will be spearheaded by a global campaign called Rediscovering the Change-Making Generation. As a not-for-profit, I find that most of our initiatives, and rightly so, focus on either revenue building or on physically getting volunteer numbers into our programs. I see the greatest achievement of this project and this new engagement model being actually a focus on getting our brand and our brand presence at the forefront of young people's minds. So when they want to do good, or they want to volunteer, or they want to find the latest information on a global or domestic crisis, they know to turn to Australian Red Cross. As a young person myself, I think I can still consider myself a young person. I know that young people want to do good. They see so much happening in the world and they're desperate to create an impact, but they must trust the person that they are volunteering with or receiving their information from for it to be worthwhile to them. The potential impact of this campaign will be immense. In the long term, we will have a mobilised, engaged group of young people who are on board with Red Cross and see us as a true leader in terms of correct information and opportunities for them to do good. This is when we can tap into that network to help them understand the things we offer, the volunteering opportunities that are available to them, but also use them to sense check ideas, campaigns, and understand what they want to see and what they want to get out of a volunteering opportunity. I think this is a perfect idea to take to the Global Innovation Summit because all national societies have young people and are trying to engage a younger demographic. I'd really love to understand what's being done in this space, what's working and what's not, and also which other national societies are experiencing similar challenges to us at Australian Red Cross. I also strongly believe that this new campaign, Rediscovering the Change-Making Generation, has huge global potential. For example, here in Australia, we often experience really terrible bushfires over our summer season. In this instance, we could film someone who's on the front line, providing information on what they're seeing, and also information on how people could help on a global scale. This content can be packaged up and sent around to national societies for them to pass on to their young people who've signed up for this engagement model. These young people will feel inspired, part of our bigger Red Cross, Red Crescent movement, but also know that they're receiving timely, reliable information from an organisation that they trust. I see this working vice versa, so national societies can work together to share content and to create content that is in their respective countries and share that way. And that's something that I'd really love to network and talk about and discuss at the Global Innovation Summit with other national societies. Through this summit, I believe we can actually create an incredible engagement model that is full of resources and information that people want to be a part of, that inspires and excites our next generation of change makers. Thank you.
Go.